All right, so I hope y'all are hype. Here is Bloupeuh with Ducktales 1 and Ducktales 2, Shuffle Any Percent Easy.
Yeah, bonjour. so, so yeah, that's Ducktales 1 and Ducktales 2. Shuffle. Uh, Trying my best to play both at the same time, finishing them both. And it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be chaotic, but in a hopefully good way. So yeah, I will go through the run, try to explain pretty much what's going on. It might lag a little bit from time to time. No worries. It's just that my computer is not the best. So I don't know why, but this morning is not being really reactive. But we'll make it work. So yeah, I'm using a program which is swapping from one game to another, and we will have to finish them both. The estimate is supposedly large in case we have some, how do I say, issues going on, because that could definitely happen. And yeah, and voila. Before we start, so I'm gonna restart this. Now, chat, I will need your help. First person in chat giving me a number between 1 and 10. That will be the number of time I'm clicking on the randomized seed. So you are sure that I'm playing with something I've never seen before. Okay, 54 might be a lot.
All right, 9 is the first one that I'm
9
seeing.
is fine.
That's actually between 1 and 10.
1, 2, 3. So okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, so it's gonna swap every 15 to 30 seconds. This is something that we can, let's say, we can select the swap times ourselves, but I'm used to that. So I stick to that, and you will see that it's chaotic enough already. Um, and one more thing, when one game is done, then we have a key. So basically, we say to the program, "Okay, this game is done," and then I just have to finish the remaining one. So fingers crossed, it's gonna go well. We'll see how it goes. Sporadic. As I said, feel free to interrupt me whenever you want. If you have some questions, if you have some stuffs, anything, feel free to jump in. And it should be fun. Um, are you ready to go?
I'm so ready. I'm so excited. Chat, you don't know what
I,
you're in for. This is going to be fantastic.
well, it's a really fun run. It's really silly, but in a good way. It's really fun. All right. So in that case, we're starting in three, two, one. Shuffle. It takes a bit of time to start. That's normal. Okay, so we start with DuckTales 1. So I'm playing both games on easy, just for the sole fact that it's much easier. Like the life is doubled. You have more healing items in case that's needed. So this is something that we definitely want to have on a shuffle experience. Okay, so I told you that it would lag from time to time. That's one of them. The first swap usually it's a bit random, and it's pretty sad because the first swap is right above a fall pitfall. I think we say. I'm not exactly sure. You might have noticed that I might be looking for my words from time to time.
That was completely correct.
Oh,
Completely correct.
perfect. Whew. I'm sorry. I'm just wow. That was intense. I have no idea. I just managed to recover this. So yeah, I took a bit of health here just to be on the super safe side. And so, if you're not familiar with Ducktales, so basically, I did just a trick which is called the moon glitch, by going through a wall, being hit by by this kind of robotic duck, or I don't know. And that basically made me skip the whole level. So we are supposed to go in a spaceship and get some piece of equipment, or I can't remember because I haven't done that for quite a while. And we just skipped everything. So we are directly going through the boss of the level, which is the moon rat. And the game. Oh, please, game. Please, emulation. Why? Please, program, shuffle program. I'm sorry, that will happen from time to time. I have no idea why it's doing that, but it shouldn't be too long, hopefully. Please. Uh, Trust that it's as hard for you to watch as it is for me to play when it lags like that.
I mean, you're doing a fantastic job, so.
Thank you. No, no, I'm not doing fantastic at all. Ah, why the lag? Ah, like it's been going great so far. Why game? Why? For games because they're too. Why?
Specifically for the marathon, obviously.
Yeah, yeah. Especially like always, it's always like oh. It seems to be better. Cool. I gladly take that. So yeah, from time to time you will also see me waiting, like specifically waiting, and you will see me providing a kind of dog dance or something. That's basically because there's an art part coming right after, and I don't want to be caught in the middle of shuffling. Like for example, here we have to jump from, I guess it's wood piece to wood piece, and you definitely don't want to shuffle in the middle of that because well when it comes to Ducktales 2, it's quite okay because we have a shop system at the end of each level, so I can rebuy some health, some lives, and stuff, and I will be doing that most likely. But when it comes to Ducktales 1, I need to be especially careful because this is not something that we have. So basically, I have 3 lives, and if I'm done with my 3 lives, the game is over. So we will just hope that won't happen.
I mean, I would say, honestly, who would say no to a duck dance?
I know.
So cute!
All right. So here I waited just a little on the collapsing bridge to be able to walk beneath the bird. I think it's beneath. Because else you will be hit by the bird and you will just die and fall. But if we wait just the right amount of time, we can get below the bird, and that's fine. And that's this is an adventure. I always forget that this is such an adventure. So saying goes, here the platforming is. Oh no, no. Why? Oh no, why lagging right at that moment? Please. Oh no. Oh, oh, that's. I'm so sorry. I have no idea what's going on. Uh,
It's alright, you know what happens in marathons sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, I know, but it's so sad. Like, I know I can still make it work, but it's so sad.
I really liked what they did with Fenton Quackshell in the new DuckTales cartoon as well. I always loved Launchpad. You know, I feel like he's been in more other shows than like any other duck. I mean, except for maybe Donald Duck, I guess. Who do you think has been in more? Who do you think has been in more Disney shows? Donald Duck or Launchpad? It's probably Donald. Ooh, Squad, that was a pun, all right. Yeah, probably Donald. If anybody has watched the new Mickey Mouse series, Donald was pretty great in that too. I just remember this fantastic scene between Minnie and Daisy, and Daisy's talking about how like amazing Donald is, and Minnie is like, I thought that you said that if he didn't get his temper under control, he could go fly a kite. I was like, dang, Minnie, go for it! The library is open! I really recommend that cartoon too. Look, I love cartoons, okay? That Mickey Mouse cartoon is really fantastic. I especially like the shorts that are set in like a different country. I like how hard they worked on those and how they definitely they made them, you know, they made them a showcase of culture, and they had the characters speaking in the native language, whatever country it was set in. It's just all around good times. Watching cartoons marketed for kids as an adult, it's so different. You can really tell the difference between the cartoons where they're putting stuff in there for adults. Like, if you know, you know. And the cartoons where they're like, kids are stupid. Which is just, I don't like those cartoons. Kids are not stupid. My friends, you can fill your feed with Fastest First content by subscribing to our YouTube page. All videos from this event, as well as all our past marathons and events, are posted to the Team Fastest First YouTube page. Use the command !YouTube in chat and follow the link to subscribe. To subscribe. I don't know if you noticed yet, but our community is fast. What's the best way to keep up with us? Follow us on Twitter. Use the command !Twitter in chat for a link now, and don't miss out on all of our important news and community updates. I just want to thank you all for your generosity so far, too. We are not even 24 hours into this marathon, and we are already more than halfway to our goal. $3,500 is a fantastic amount of money. I guess fantastic is the word of the night. For us to give to the Midwest Access Coalition. Kids can be very perceptive. Yeah. Yeah, the little ones have no filter, yeah. That filter doesn't come in until later. I love watching those, studies actually where they find out where kids pick up particular like social nuances. Kids are smart. Kids know when you're messing with them. Ducktales hype. I am super hyped for Ducktales. Wonder where you can watch the new cartoons. I mean, I think they are probably available on Disney's streaming service, the Disney Plus streaming service. I bet you can watch them there because they finished up the new cartoon. I was definitely sad. For those of you who may not know, who may have only played the games, there's just been so much DuckTales content over the years. I mean, obviously, like, DuckTales is like the one cartoon, right, that came out in the late 80s. Well, maybe there's like a mid 80s. Anyway, in the 80s and 90s, but Uncle Scrooge and all of those Huey, Dewey, and Louie, they were around much earlier than that. There used to be all kinds of Disney comics. And they're really great, the old school Disney comics. If you haven't picked them up, I mean, they're particular artists because Disney is notorious for kind of not crediting their animators and their artists and just having their things say Disney artists, but fans of the DuckTales comics were able to kind of pick out which artist was which. They figure it out because once you've read enough of a comic, you can really recognize an art style. Carl Barks, of course, being the most famous of those. They call him the good duck artist. And I remember loving the few Disney comics that I could get a hold of as a kid. I think there are a lot of collections out now, and they're just starting to bring over some of the comics from Europe. And like in Europe, they've done an amazing amount of Disney comics, whereas they kind of like died out a little bit in the U.S. for a while. They just kept on trucking in Europe. So recurring Mickey Mouse villains. You haven't had a Disney comic? Archie comics. But Archie comics were like ubiquitous though. Archie comics did a really good job of making their comics available everywhere. Back before comic stores were a thing. And those comics were in grocery stores. Alright, so I'm getting word that our runner is ready to go. Thank you all so much.
Yeah, bonjour. I'm sorry. I have no idea what happened. But we should be good, hopefully. Fingers crossed. It's part of the shuffle experience. Shenanigans.
Absolutely.
So I paused both games just to stay where we were pretty much. So whenever you're ready, I'm ready to start again. All right. So 3, 2, 1. Ducks again. Oh no, the lag again a little bit. It's yeah, it should be fine. It should be fine. It's just time for the emulator to restart. No big deal. No worries. Okay. So this is the very first boss of Ducktales 2. It's Firecracker because it's a duck. It's a fire duck. Firecracker. Got it. It's fun. Like there are a lot of puns in these games. So as I said, at the end of each level for DuckTales 1, you have a shop, and here I'm buying some additional one-ups, basically, and I will be doing that to ensure that if I happen to die at some point, I don't go through a game over. So no worries, this is normal. And voila. So yeah, DuckTales 2 is pretty safe because we have this shop. But yeah, the DuckTales 1 is really, really messy. So this is like the worst cinematic of any possible game. The idea is that basically you have Scrooge's nephew, whose name is either Ooey, Dewey, or Louie, because I'm just not able to remember which one is which one.
I was gonna ask if you could tell which one was which. That was one of
I,
the questions.
I
I'm like,
used
okay.
I used to know. And my partner would be so mad because we had this exact discussion like a few weeks ago. Because we've been watching the reboot of Ducktales together,
Yes.
which is fantastic. If you haven't seen it, you
I
definitely should
was
see it.
talking about it during the break. Yeah, I was
Oh,
talking about I
really?
love it so much. I really
It's
love
so
that
cool.
cartoon. Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a nice and cool reboot. And yeah, and we've been like the first thing we argued with was which language to watch it. It was like team English because the cast is amazing. And is right, the cast is really amazing. And I'm more like, oh no, but let's go in French because you know the nostalgia. And well, we ended up watching in English, and well, it was really good, really good, and really nice, and I don't regret it. And then we were like, okay, we need to remember now that each nephew has its own personality. We absolutely need to remember which one is which one. And I'm terrible at that, I
You
must admit.
still can't remember.
Well, I mean, we went through the all 3 seasons and stuff, and I was like, okay, at this stage, I know which one is which one, and it's not the case.
All right. Well, okay.
All right.
We'll just ask one question because I'll ask you the one that's easiest for me to remember.
Yeah.
Which one is Dewey?
Uh, do we do? I think Dewey is the one who wants money all the time, so it's the green one.
No,
No.
Dewey wants to Dewey it.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. So it's the blue one.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
That's how you remember.
Yes.
That's how you remember. And then yeah, somebody said it in the chat. Yeah, Huey, Dewey, Louie. So Huey is the first one. So that's the red one.
Okay.
Then
Yeah.
Louie is the green one.
The green one.
Right,
I should find a way to remember this with like the French monarchy or something. It wants money, just like the French monarchy. All the kings were called Louis. Louis Money, quoi.
All the kings are called Louis. You remember? The money grubbing.
Well, I need to use the French knowledge that I have to make it work. To make it work with the English name. Can you imagine?
That's so good. Did you rewatch the cartoon in French after watching it in English?
I saw the first 2 seasons in French initially, and then we started all over again with my partner. So we went through all seasons plus season 3,
Nice.
because back when I was watching, season 3 wasn't out. At least not. I think not at all, to be honest. So yeah, I saw the French version first, and then the English version, and well, the French cast is nice because nostalgia and stuff. But I have to admit that the English version is much better.
So when
And
you
if
say nostalgia, did they bring back some of the old voice actors, the French voice actors who originally?
No, because sadly, most of them are not there anymore. But they managed to find some really good voice actors, like really good voice actors, and I don't know, when it comes to Scrooge's voice, it was really close to the original. It was really decent.
That's good.
I'm sorry.
I mean, yeah, like how do you beat David Tennant? Like honestly.
Yeah, I know. It's really good, and especially I don't know I can't remember who's the actor who's voicing Glumgold, but your Glumgold is so much better than ours.
He's so funny. He's
Like,
so
it's
well
the
written.
best. So yeah, there's no way you can compare.
I love the new villains in the series, and
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
I like
yeah.
how
No,
they
but
have the old villains, but they also have some modern villains, and it's good.
yeah, and I mean, like, my partner heard me a lot about this because I'm a Darkwing Duck nerd. Like, I love
Yeah,
Darkwing Duck. I'm a runner of Darkwing Duck Nest. I love Darkwing Duck so much, and the fact that they managed to bring Darkwing Duck to Ducktales, I was like, okay, this is now officially the best show ever.
I
I don't want to
loved the
hear
way.
anything about it.
Yeah, I loved the way they put Darkwing Duck in that
Yeah,
Ducktales. I was really disappointed that the series ended without them doing more because it was so
yeah.
cliffhangery. I was like, oh,
But
what's
but
gonna happen next? And
y-
they're like,
y-
nothing. We canceled.
you know that there's a show being prepared, like a reboot of Darkwing Duck.
um. Oh,
Supposedly,
I
as
thought you
far
were
as
gonna
I
say.
know.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Except if it got cancelled in the meantime, which would be super sad. But they had the project to bring back Darkwing Duck after seeing how good, like how great Ducktales did.
Yeah, the response. Oh, that
Yeah,
would be so good.
that would be so
That would be
cool.
so good.
I just can't wait. Like, I'm looking, I'm looking for new information and stuff. Something like once to twice a month. This has been going for years, and each and every time there's nothing new, and I'm just so sad.
Okay. So my next question is,
Yeah.
have you read? Were you ever a fan of the comics? Oh, there's so many bande dessinées of Ducktales. You big
I
reader.
oh la. Sorry, I have to handle the lag. I don't know why
Oh
this
yeah, you
happens
know
from time to
speedruns. Hey,
time.
how about this video game
Oh,
that you're
no,
playing?
it's okay, it's okay. But I just don't know why it ends up lagging at some point. I'm sorry, chat. I hope it's not too much of a like slideshow or something. It's still watchable, or at least that you're having a nice moment with us discussing comics and animes and stuff. But yeah, I'm sorry. Like, I know that sometimes I have some issues because, like, we are using BizHawk as emulator, and BizHawk can be really crappy from time to time. I'm sorry, I don't have any best way to say that. And it can be really demanding for even for a good for a good computer. So knowing that mine is not really on the powerful side, I know that this can happen, but this never happened so much during a run in the past.
Ooh,
So
this never happened before. Everybody, bingo cards, bingo cards.
bingo.
Well, you're
Yeah.
doing it. You're handling it really well, and chat
Thank
is
you.
being very encouraging. Everybody's having a
Oh,
great time.
that's nice. Thank you. Yeah, because I also had to close chat just to have to be sure that I have like all the focus on the game. So thank you for the encouragement.
Yes,
Really appreciate
multiple
it.
people have told you that you are doing great. So
Thank you so much. That's really nice. Really nice. But yeah, it's I hope that at least you're enjoying it because it's really fun to it's really fun to play.
and here we have Beakley up above. I love the new Beakley
Oh
so
yeah,
much.
she's amazing. Like, can we talk about the new Webby, please.
Yes! I was talking about during the break when I was like, okay, let's talk about some stuff. I'm going to talk about Webby.
Oh yeah, because she's so amazing.
He's so good.
Yeah, she's like I would say the best character of the reboot, but Della. Like I love Della. She's so amazing. So yeah, but Della and
I was
Webby,
saying, like,
they're like
I loved
wow.
what they did with like Fenton Quackshell as well. I loved,
Yeah.
yeah, like I
No,
loved what they did with
everything was
Gyro. Like,
yeah. Like it's so good. It's like everything that I always expected, you know. And it's terrible because now when I'm like watching when I'm watching the let's say the original DuckTales, I'm just like, well, okay, now this is sad.
right? You know, I mean, it's kind of like what they had going on at the time.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great product of its time. The only thing is that now it doesn't work that well anymore. At least in my opinion. I mean, it's still a good show, but it's not as like as good as it was as it is now. I mean, like the remaster is fantastic. Like the
Yes,
reboot, I
yeah.
mean,
The new
is
Webby is
really
just
yeah. The,
like,
the new web is fantastic.
how do you talk about her without spoiling it? Like, I don't want to spoil it. I want everybody
Oh
in
no.
chat to go watch the new DuckTales.
Oh yeah.
Yourself,
Watch it.
you know?
Definitely
watch-
watch it. Just for Webby, because Webby is the best. Oh shit, it's so cool, so cool.
I mean, I actually even really liked what they did with Donald in it. You know, like it was.
Oh
It was.
yeah,
There are just so many. There's just so many cameos from things that you would think that they wouldn't bring back, and they brought them back in such a good way.
yeah. I mean, they even brought Tailspin.
Yep.
How could
Yep.
how could you imagine they would bring Tailspin in a DuckTales show?
I mean, basically, the whole Disney afternoon is in there
Yes.
eventually.
Yeah. You also have like cameos of Chip and Dale. It's
Gummy
so
bears.
cool. It's really fantastic. They did like a really a fantastic job of like bringing a it's the perfect balance between nostalgia and bringing something totally new. And yeah, I just love it. Oh, what did I do? All right. So well, I don't know how we are on the timer side because I know that I'm being a bit slower than usual because of all the lags that I'm having. So I hope that we are okay-ish.
I am
Again,
watching at a slight delay, but you're just about at 18 minutes right now.
okay, so it's still fine. It's still fine. It's gonna be a bit slower than like because as I said, usually I take a super large estimate in case I happen to end up for no reason with a game over or something. Gladly that never happened, but you're never too prepared. What are you doing, Scrooge? Please, thank you. Uh, but yeah, I'd rather be on the careful side. But I'm glad that we had a large estimate because the lag, the lag. But well, this is more dogs, more good music, more nice run.
That's
Oh,
right.
nice.
More marathon, more time to raise funds for the Midwest
Exactly.
Access Coalition. Thank you very much for your service.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I was about to say I'm sure one or a few donations could help my computer behave, but I'm pretty sure that everyone knows that's not the case. But if you can consider donating, if you can donate, please do so because this is like so important.
That's right. Like on the chance that it would help. Why wouldn't you donate?
Woo. D'accord. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna enter like the worst parts of both games. When it comes to DuckTales 2, so this boss is like a complete disaster because we barely discussed about the games. So let's discuss the games, shall we? Uh, so basically, the idea with this boss is that you have different buttons, and I was pretty lucky. Okay, back to DuckTales 2 later. The stage of DuckTales 1 here is the Himalayas, and the Himalayas is terrible. because you have ice, you have snow. So obviously, you can slide, you can tons of things, and oh la la. Okay, I can make it work. I can make it work. Up. Uh, okay, you know what? Anyway, Ducktales one, the stage of Ducktales one is done. Okay, I need to be really careful. I can't remember how many hits I did. It's fine. So yeah, this boss, basically you have two patterns. Either, okay, so that was the last one. Either is throwing his fist at you, or is like dropping some rocks at you. And basically, so long as you have one rock waiting, it won't be going back and forth in between each side of the screen. So that's why we keep at least one block on the way, and then you have to hit them with the second block. But it could be throwing fists at you indefinitely for no reason, because why not? And that's terrible. But gladly that did not happen. So whew, good. So we have one last stage remaining on DuckTales 2, and we are getting to the final stage and final boss of DuckTales 1. So at least we will be one game done, and that will be hopefully maybe better for the emulator. Sorry, I'm a bit sick, as you might have noticed from the voice and everything. So yeah, I'm coughing a little, but I'm doing fine.
Incredibly kind of you to still do this run while you are not feeling well.
It's all right. It's all right. Like basically, I was explaining earlier to Moonblaze Wolf that I'm recovering from COVID basically. So the marathon would have been last week, and it would have been really hard to keep doing it. Now basically it's just a matter of my voice being all cracky and stuff still, and I still have like basically like you know still the symptoms of just having a common cold, so it's not that bad. Yeah, and I'm looking for the taste of food again. But it's all right. So yeah, I'm definitely in shape to do that today. Would have been last week, would have been much more of a struggle for me.
Well, I'm really glad to hear that you're recovering.
Yeah, I mean, like I really don't expect anyone to get COVID because it's terrible, and everyone be careful, stay as safe as you can and everything. But it's I got a let's say a lucky COVID, if we can say so. It was not that bad, was not that good, was not that bad. All right,
This is the
so
final boss of 1, yeah?
yeah, exactly. It's the final boss of one, and you might have seen me making some. Oh, this is terrible to have lag in here. I'm just gonna wait because this is quite a like we have a little glitch on Ducktales 2 here, and I would like to show it off, but not when it lags like that because I'm just gonna die, and that would be sad. So let's wait and keep our fingers crossed and see if we can go through it once Ducktales 1 is done. And yeah,
We'll wait, and I will ask you, which is your favorite duck?
Darkwing Duck.
Well, yeah. You told me already. You told me already. I have a memory like a goldfish, but now
It's fine, no worries. It's all fine. It's yeah, Darkwing Duck and Scrooge, because I don't know, Scrooge in real life would be everything that I ate, but in the cartoon is everything that I love for no reason.
right? Like his kind of model doesn't age well, right? Of his
Yeah,
business
exactly.
model, it's kind of
Exactly.
not so great.
Yeah. So we just beat the final boss of DuckTales 1, and oh wow, so that was a lucky shuffle. DuckTales 1 is done. Like the moment you touch the final how is it called, treasure
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
treasure chest, like basically the game is done, but because okay, so how do I do this, because okay, so please, I'm stopping DuckTales 1, I just said, like I think I just click on the wrong key. Yeah. Let's go! Pardon. I was really afraid of what would happen. I'm just so happy with what just happened. All right. So yeah, from now on, we'll just finish Ducktales 2, like the standard any person. So no more shuffle. Hopefully, this will make it all much more stable. Hopefully, we'll see. No, not at all. Thank you for not behaving, emulator.
It's a marathon luck. So
Yeah. It's really, really unlucky. I'm really sorry about this. As I said, like I know that sometimes it drops a little bit, but I mean it's fine. It's never been this bad before. So again, bingo card, everyone. But I'm sorry. But we're almost done. Like this is the final stage. Not the final, but the final choosable stage of DuckTales 2, if that makes sense. And then we have the final stage, which is really short, the last boss, and we'll be done. So that will be the end of the lag mess.
and I thought I remembered you saying before the Ducktales 2 is much longer than Ducktales 1 as far as
Yeah. It's longer. Like in general, I mean, it's about like I think when it comes to my PBs on both games, I think like DuckTales 2 is 3 minutes longer, something like this. Like 2 to 3 minutes longer. So yeah, we do expect. Oh là là, c'est de pire en pire. Sorry. We do expect that to finish DuckTales 1 right before DuckTales 2, except if for some reason we have a game over or something. Ugh, I need to upgrade my computer. I need to change it completely. Ugh. Oh là là.
okay, I believe in you. Everybody in chat
Yeah,
believes in
yeah,
you
yeah.
too.
This is the last boss anyway, so
You got
we
this.
we will make it work whatever happens. I'm so sorry. I will come back next time with a proper computer and stuff, and this will be much nicer, and we'll be able to fully enjoy the shenanigans. And this is time. The game is done. Both games are done, actually.
GG.
Thank you. That was an adventure.
I mean, that's kind of what DuckTales is all about. So
Yeah. True. So we are totally in the mood.
absolutely in the spirit of the game.
Exactly. But yeah, I would have loved to show that to you in like better conditions. I'm sorry, but I hope that like you still enjoyed it and it was fun to watch and all. But yeah, the shuffle runs are really fun. Like it's super underrated. Everyone should try that.
It was lovely. It was a joy to watch. So thank
No,
you
thank
very,
you.
very much. Are there any
Thank you
shout
as well.
outs that you would like to do?
Uh, well, I didn't thought about it. I was too focused on the run and the technical stuff.
You don't
I,
have to do it if you don't want to.
uh,
It's not a requirement.
my friends, they will recognize themselves. My partner, they will recognize themselves if they're up and watching, which I'm not sure. Tant pis. And thank you for staying around with me and for the nice chat. It was really cool. Thank you for raising this event because, as I said, the cause is like so important. Again, I know that being French in France, this does not directly impact me. Like as a how to say that no, I'm not being like physically impacted by what's going on in the US, but deep inside me, I'm just furious, and the I couldn't not do something, so that's why I'm here. But thank you for raising an event for this cause because it's so important. And voila, I think I'm done.
Well, thank you so much. I feel the same way. Thank you very much for your generosity of your time towards this cause,
that,
towards fastest first for abortion rights.
that was a pleasure, and thank you for everyone who was able to donate, to everyone who's able to bring visibility to the event, because this is super, super important. Thank you for sticking around, chat. And yeah, and hopefully I'll come back next time with a properly working computer.